What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a iPhone 7 Plus, a couple years old. Customer dropped it, no screen comes on. We're gonna try and repair it, see if we can put a new screen on there, um, and see if we can get it to work. There's no major damage. Screen didn't crack, but it's not turning on anymore. So it might have been the LCD got damaged and there's a blank screen pretty much. So yeah, let's try and take it apart and see if we can get it working. All right, so let's open this bad boy up. So we need to get in here and take the screws off, the bottom screws. Sorry about that, my tripod's moving. Those are the little screws at the bottom. Then you want to pry open the screen, so you have to get in there with a small utensil like this and kind of slide it around. You got to be very careful. It has some adhesive. All right, so voila, the screen's almost off. Now we got to take these screws that are under at the bottom so we can release the screen. Here we can disconnect the battery, which is this one right here. This is the battery right here. We want to disconnect it. And then you can disconnect the LCD, the old one. And then LCD's off. And this is what the motherboard looks like. So we have the connectors up here and then two connectors down here. And then this is the battery right here. So here we have the new LCD. We obviously have to take off this plastic. This plastic up here. You have two connectors to the LCD right here. One goes up here, one goes up here. And then the top stuff up here is for like the camera, the front facing camera and stuff like that. So like I said, what I like to do is test these out, and I like to pretty much connect them, see if it'll turn on or if it'll do anything before I actually put the whole phone together. As you don't want to do all the work and then you have to take it off and come back. All right, so phone seems to be working. The touch seems to be working as well. We don't know the password, but it looks like it only has 2%. So we're gonna keep it charging. Meanwhile, we're gonna remove this stuff right here and then the home button so that we can put it on this phone display. So we're gonna keep it charging and do that real quick. All right, let's start working on the front-facing camera flex cable. So this one has a couple screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to remove 5. And then you always want to keep your screws together next to the part that you're going to put them on, just in case. All right, so 5 screws are out. We're going to keep that there. This is the speaker at the top. And then here's where we got to be careful. We got to remove this flex cable. It's kind of sensitive. So we just got to get like a little prying thing, a very thin one, and slowly take it off. It has a little bit of adhesive. We want to take that off. Slowly take it off. As if you damage this, you got to get a new one. And that takes away from profits, so we don't want that. Like I said, it's all about being kind of slow here. And then getting to this little back chip that we need to remove. Give me a second. Looks like it's out. So that's the ribbon for the front-facing camera. Front-facing camera is right here. That's the top of it, old screen. And then now we want to work on the home button at the bottom. So there's also 3 screws. 1, 2, 3, 3 screws. Actually 4. I'm gonna take this plate off. And then this thing, you want to disconnect it from the screen. And then there's a little, you gotta pry this open as well. You gotta be careful because these buttons, if you damage them, the Touch ID won't work. So you gotta be very careful to take them off. You need something very thin to pry it off. And then it has a little bit of adhesive, and then you just push the button through there, and there we go, we got the button. So that's all we need from here. Our new screen already has this back shield, so we don't need to take it off of this one. And then this one's pretty much trash. So let's get the new screen so we can put all this stuff back in there. So we have all that, and then we have that. So all these to put back. So here we have the new screen. I get my parts from a company called Mobile Defenders. You can find them online, Mobile Defenders. They have different type of grade screens. You don't have to get this grade, but it depends on how many you buy. You get a better price, or you can find them on Amazon if you need to do a quick repair. You just need one screen. You can order a screen on Amazon. So right here, we're gonna start by installing the home button, which is here at the bottom, and then we're gonna put this together. So first, what we want to do is we want to actually put this button, we're going to put it in through the bottom and then push it down here. And then there's a cable here that's going to connect. So you want to align this ribbon with a little hole that's at the bottom. So there's a little hole there. I don't know if you see it right there. Yeah, so you want to align it, and then that kind of tells you that it's in the right spot. And then you want to connect this ribbon right here. So it's connected. So if this is not connected, the home button's not gonna work. All right, so we have it connected, and then that's what it looks like. Then you want to put this plate back on there. Make sure you're connected, otherwise you're gonna have to take this off and build it again. And then you want to get your screw thing. You want to start laying down the screws. So there goes 1. There goes 2. There goes 3. And there goes 4. So here at the bottom, now we have the 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ribbon's connected. Here's the button on top. And now we got to work with the top screen. So you have this plastic here. It's a little bit of adhesive under there. And you want to work the ribbon. Align it. So this bottom part's going to align here. If you see those 2 little holes, that little this this part has like two little holes where you're gonna align it right there, and then you're gonna lay it down. So let's do that. So that goes there. There's a couple sensors here. All right, so we aligned the sensor at the bottom. Now we got to put in the speaker. This is the speaker. It has some connectors here at the bottom. This is the front facing camera. So you just want to lift the camera up, and this aligns right here, and then this aligns here. There's a hole here for the front facing camera. Then you just want to hold it for a little bit because there's a plate that goes on there. So this is kind of what it looks like before you put the plate on there. And it has also holes where the screws are gonna go here for the speaker. So let's see. I do need more lighting here because I can't see. And my eyes are good, but sometimes this stuff becomes tricky. All right, so the plate goes on top like this, and then you start putting your screws in. So now that we have the two main screws on, you can see the plate, there's 3 more screws that need to go on, 1, 2, and 3. And that's how the camera, the front facing camera's here and the speaker's here. So let's put in the rest of the screws. You don't want to tighten them too much, but a little bit of force. So as you can see, all the 5 screws are there. Screen's almost ready to put on. You have the home button and the top camera, front facing camera and microphone flex. And then this we're gonna clean up. This is just for me smearing it. But yeah, let's try and put this together and test it out. So I'm gonna disconnect the battery real quick. I was charging it, so it was connected. Then you wanna plug in this bad boy right here, this bad boy right here. Just wanna put light pressure on it and kind of aligned it so that it can connect. And then this bad boy goes here. All right, so we have now is where we got to be careful because we don't want to pull these and damage the screen. So we have the 3 flex cables connected. We want to plug in the battery, and we want to test it. So right now it's plugged in. You want to turn it on, see if it turns on. There we go. The screen is turning on. Let's give it a minute. There's like a glare, but it's just the screen turning on and the glare from the light. But let me try and clean the screen up a little bit. Alrighty, screen is on. It's 12%, so the brightness is a little back. You can test the home button by pressing. So like if I were to turn off the screen, press the home button, it'll try and turn it on because of the fingerprint sensor. And then you can test the touch by trying a password. And then pretty much that's it. You just want to now put in the other plates and put the phone back together. So now what we got to do is we got to put this bottom plate right here and the top plate right here, and then we're done. Just got to align this. So put that, there's screw number 1. Screw number 2. So phone is back together. Now we just gotta snap it in place. All the plates are back there. So you wanna hold it from the top and kind of like hold it down, and it's gonna snap in place. And yep, it's working. Now we just wanna put in a glass vector. Let me get something to clean it. Clean the screen so that they don't break it. And then the screen is nice and clean, and then we just gotta lay this down like this and put some pressure on it. And there you go, we have a screen vector. Bubble free. It's going up. Biggest thing about installing these, you just gotta make sure there's no lint underneath it. Alright guys, so there's our repair. Quick repair of an LCD of an iPhone 7 Plus. iPhone 6s is very similar. iPhone 6s Plus as well. Pretty much you do the same. You take this off. You usually take this frame off. You take these screws out. But our new display already had it, so we didn't have to do that. So hopefully this video helped you out. Not an expert at repairing, but I've done this for a couple years already, and they usually never come back with any issues. But yep, for now we'll just wait for the customer to pick it up. Thanks for watching. My name is Marcos. Have a good one.